Hello and welcome to my home practice tutorial number 10. So in this tutorial I'm going to go through how to tailor a practice to your needs. So it's about like stepping on your mat and trying to work out how can my practice help me today. I'm going to use my own practice that I'm working through this week as a kind of case study to show you how I use my cards and a self-inquiry questionnaire and my benefits list to work out what poses will really help me in all different ways of life, on and off the mat. So what I've done is I've filled out here, which you'll find on my website, so you'll find the article to go with this tutorial on www.yogaru.ie/sequences and go to an article called How Can My Practice Help Me Today? And you'll find all these self-inquiry questionnaire and the benefits list so you can work out what poses will help you in your practice each time you step on your mat. So what I've done is I've gone through this questionnaire and I've worked out kind of just this morning what were a few of the things that I wanted my practice to help me with. So the first question is, what do I need physically? Headache relief, overall muscle tension relief. And then what do I need mentally? Stress relief, feeling a little stressed. I'm clenching my jaw in my sleep, which is causing headaches. So I'm going to work through a couple of stress relief poses. What are my energy levels like? Pretty good energy in the morning, tired in the evening, but that's okay, busy day. What is my mood like? Balanced, but teetering some days. So, you know, some good strong poses will help you to kind of work out those balancing moments in life. What are my limitations? I've got an overstretch injury in my right glute, and I've got a weak left ankle, which I want to strengthen because I'm a runner. And what's the rest of my day like? So, busy morning. So it's important that when you step on your mat in the morning, you consider what the rest of your day is like. So if I'm having a really busy day, I know I've got loads of things scheduled, I'll go a little bit more gentle in my practice, but I will add some energizing poses in there to make sure that I keep the momentum going for the day. Where do I need to work on my flexibility? My hamstrings are tight, and I find that when I'm working on my computer, my shoulders are kind of raising up, so I want to lengthen out my shoulders, do some chest opening as well. Where do you need to work on strength? I want to strengthen that glute, which has the remainder of injury. And I also want to strengthen both my ankles, particularly my left ankle, because I have that little instability. And I want to get them nice and strong for running. So it's all questions that are kind of related to your life off the mat that will help you pick poses that will feed into the rest of your life. So just thinking of your practices as all 24 hours in your day, not just for the half an hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, the hour that you're on your mat. It's about your entire life, not just moments that you spend on your mat. So with those questions that I have answered there, I've then gone to my benefits list, which you'll also find in the article on the website. I've highlighted some of the benefits that will help me to counteract some of those issues that I've found through the questionnaire there, like headaches and stress and strength and a bit of relaxation. And this has given me starting to build a picture of what poses I need to add into my particular practice, which is very unique to me and what I'm looking for today. Now, having said that, you know, I will be practicing this probably for the next week or two. I don't change my practice every day, because I do feel you need to kind of get into it and start to move with more intuitively a little bit, break away from it a little bit, get a bit creative to really get the benefits of your practice. So definitely don't be trying to reinvent the wheel every time you step on your mat. Repeat sequences that you create for yourself. Okay, so I worked out here then what poses or what families of poses will help me today. Okay, so here is my sequence that I've created for myself. There's my self-inquiry questions, the benefits list to work out which families will help me, and then I went through my cards and picked poses that address some of these issues that I want to work on. And I've also picked a peak pose, which will help me again to pick a few poses to work up towards that. So I've picked Natarajasana as my peak pose because it's a standing pose and that builds strength. It's also a back bend, which eases stress. So there's loads of things going on here. It's a hip opener, which again will ease stress. It's going to really strengthen my ankle. It will also strengthen my glute. There's loads of things from my self-inquiry questions there that this pose will address for me. So that's where I picked that one. So when I'm building my sequence, I will look at the symbols down here and I'll work out what needs to be stretched and what needs to be strengthened to give me the best chance possible to get into my optimum version of this pose here. And then I've gone through the cards and picked poses that will really feed me towards this pose here. So for example, I picked here, let's see, I've got a standing pose leading up to it. I've also got poses like Salabhasana as a back bend. I've got a little back bend here. What else have we got that's feeding towards it? The spine. I mean, any of these poses, we're stretching the arms up high, so we're building shoulder strength. These poses here are going to be great for opening that hip flexor, so opening the front of the hip, because you need a really open hip flexor to get this leg back here. So any of these ones that are opening the inner groins as well will help. So that's feeding me towards that pose there. I've also picked quite a few seated poses here, which I'll probably spend a little bit more time in than I usually do, because it's good for easing headaches, as I see from my list here, and easing stress. So I would usually spend most of my practice in my standing pose, but today I'm going to actually spend a little bit more time in my seated pose. Twists as well are great for building energy and easing stress. So I've got quite a few. I've got a twist here, I've got a twist here, I've got a few twists interspersed among my sequence as well. So I've looked through, and then you know, when you have your sequence laid out for you there, just keep referring back to your self-inquiry questions to make sure that you've tackled everything. That's an overview of what I'm currently practicing in my home practice at the moment. So hopefully that'll give you an idea of how the whole system works with the questions, where to find the pose families, and then building it around a peak pose. As I mentioned at the start of the tutorial, you'll find the article to go with this tutorial on my website, www.yogaru.ie/sequences. And the article is called How Can My Practice Help Me Today? And you'll find lots more information on the website, loads of sequences and pose breakdowns. Okay, and thank you for watching.